almost break the Bank of England and to make $1 billion in the process. This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Watch my classes on how the stock market works for free by registering with the link in the description. In the aftermath of the Second World War, the nations of Europe decided that the only way to prevent the same sort of destruction from ever happening again was by banding together and forming a closely integrated union.
All right. The reason I like that comment, because that's what I've been thinking. Like, why is he? There's also something there like that says, why is he still alive? So that means, again, I started getting that vibe. You know, when I've been started talking about him the last 3 or 4 weeks. Hey, why is this dude still alive? And this video was from a year ago, right? The BLM was already founded, and the video doesn't say nothing about BLM, but you can see the type of dirty shit he did, right? And some people, you got a couple of members in there trying to, because you see in all the comments, I guess this video resurfaces YouTube. We don't know how that shit works. I don't know. They're part of it too. But anyway, you know, so people are asking, why is he not in jail? And you know, they're trying this slick shit. You know, again, you can tell they're lames, literally. That you can tell they got what they're so that the way they're thinking, they don't really think like this. They're really throwing it back, trying to throw it back at us, because, like I said, they couldn't hack it, and they think like years ago maybe we would let people. Yeah, they think we let people go and we would say, well, he's just making money. And to them people were evil and nasty like George Soros, but they wasn't. And what was evil and nasty, what he did is not just, like I said, this doesn't say nothing about him killing his own people when he was 14, working with Nazis, literally. This just shows, like I said, it's just like in the 70s how he got his money. He did some nasty shit, and it's not necessarily illegal to me. It sounds like insider trading, but it wasn't the stock market. It was currency manipulation. And, you know, he took advantage. And, you know, so they're in the comment section trying to say, oh, why? But basically, you know why? Because he gave money. He's giving money to these anarchists because he's an evil little nasty hater. Seriously, there's no other words for it. He's always been like that. You could tell. And remember, I said that. You could tell. I didn't have to speak to him. I didn't have to see that many words of his article. Just knowing the fact that he did what he did, any human being, it doesn't matter what time period, any human being that can do what he did is a little nasty bitch. I promise you. You don't have to be a historian. You just have to know people. Nothing has changed. All right. So it says I ain't see the whole thing, but you know, you can get, basically, to me, it's like that would be insider trading. I don't know, maybe in Britain they don't have laws against that, but it's not really. It's he you know, basically you saying a rumor, you spread something to devalue the money, the pound. And that's how he did it. He you know, and it wasn't, they're trying to, oh, that was just a shrewd business. Nah, or you're just mad that you didn't think of it and you would do it. It's like, no, bitch, I wouldn't do no shit like that. Seriously, I would not do it. Not even if I wouldn't get caught. Because you know better than that. You already know. Any regular, good human, sane human being, you learned as a kid not to do it. You ain't even got to be superstitious. If you're religious, it's the same concept. Yeah, it's not, all the little stories, the fairy tales, is not gonna work out. And so you also learn by the time you're a teenager, especially with our generation, for all the street stuff. What you do learn, when there be people that do you think it looks to you like they made it, you know, like they did. Well, he did it. He got away with it from the police. Like, no, that man ain't make it. He don't sleep one night. You know, all the shit he has to do constantly to keep not just the police, but keep somebody from killing him. You know, it's all of those things. And really, like I said, those are the last things those are like the last barriers that should keep you from doing it. If you bust through all the other barriers and you find that you do this little plan, you bust through all those barriers, the last two should be you're not gonna be able to sleep at night because you bust through all the other. I'm talking about on the mental barriers that's stopping you from doing it. Might even just be your grandma. You thinking of your grandma. You know that she wouldn't. She's dead, but she probably turn over her grave. She find out about like Bernie Madoff. Yeah, he did some Bernie Madoff shit in the '70s. You know, whatever, something like that. Similar, not the same. You got to look at it yourself. That's what I said. This is an evil motherfucker. Y'all getting y'all money from Black Lives Matter. That's what I'm saying. We know y'all are evil. Y'all in bed. Y'all, it's not because you're two lesbians. It's because you're fucking evil. Because of who you fucking with. You know, they still all this walking the dog shit. But that's alright. But, he, you know, so you bust through those what I call barriers that make you, and you still go ahead with it with the plan. You making calls, you still you excited. You know, like I say, you wouldn't even be excited. You couldn't do it. I know I couldn't do it. I don't care. It wouldn't even be. Oh, I can't believe this is work. It's gonna work. You couldn't do it. Nah, this is gonna just on your own. It wouldn't even get to the point of being scary. Well, I don't give a fuck. You know, you might even just be like, fuck it. They might I might hell if I make it 3-4 years after this, I'm good. I know I ain't looking over my shoulder. I'm gonna be able to sleep at night. That's the only way you can bust through all those layers and still do what this fuckboy did, George Soros. And like I said, y'all women stop using that word. That's what I was saying. This has nothing to do with how a man treats a woman. The fuck boy, I mean, that somebody's finna die. It has nothing to do. If it is over a girl, you know, you must have raped his sister, and you know. But why can't women use it? But because usually that doesn't involve anything with sex. It might involve money, involve drugs or whatever. It involves whatever backstabbery between two dudes had nothing to do with sex. That's where the word fuck was. So like I said, that word start coming up from certain type of niggas. You know, somebody it's not no mad chick. You know, nowadays Vivica A. Fox is some mad chick. Stop using that word. Stop taking our words. You it's not culture appropriation. It's gender appropriation. You know, don't talk like a man. You don't know what it is. Not because our feelings are hurt. Or you must be a little. No, it has nothing to do with how he treated you. You can't fight. I don't care how many movies you played in. You know, where you kick men's ass. You can't. You know, you ain't never whooped the fuck boy without being in a movie. Then don't use it. So anyway. Anyway, yeah, this so you see in the comments that they tried to make it like, oh, that was just a few people, and the only ones that kind of make sense is the like, what can you arrest him for? And then it's like, well, he's funding a terrorist group, BLM and Antifa. That right there, that's enough. Who cares? All the other stuff, you know. Somebody else pointing out they got Al Capone on tax evasion. You know, that's true. We all learned that from watching what was the movie with Kevin Costner back in the day. Uh, you know, they'll find a way to get you. But hey, he's fighting a terrorist organization, is trying to take over worldwide. That should be enough for some international charges. You know, for him to be taken out like Saddam. You know, that's what I'm saying. He could be taken out. What was the other one? Not just Saddam. Who was that? Bin Laden. Yeah, exactly. Remember nowadays? Remember in the 2000s how they was bragging about they got a missile that can come through your doorstep. It's so accurate. You know, the laser, whatever the fuck, trajectory, the cruise missiles or whatever. That's so accurate it can come through your front door. You know, yeah. Goddamn. Why? That's what we talking about. Why is this nigga still alive? I don't care if he's 89. It's like, as you see, more people, like I said, you got some of the few, whatever you want to call them, try to, like, this is not just regular level of where you could try to play it off. Oh, y'all just hating. He thought of a new idea. No, that's not a new idea. We cost all them people back in the 70s. That means he crashed the economy. He cost people jobs, their lives, people's marriages. And that is a big deal. If you ever been that, yeah, that's some bullshit. You know, you the one, you literally caused it. Well, it was just because money they could. But yeah, if you literally caused that crash, motherfuckers killing themselves, robbing and stealing each other from each other. So you caused that shit, and so that's not hate. Oh, you would have did it. No, I wouldn't have. And I could say that with 100. He wasn't talking to me, but because both of the comments were like 2 weeks old. It's like I think the other people was like, no, we wouldn't have did no shit like that. You don't have to know exactly finance and business to know some bullshit. It's like, no, you wouldn't did that. Why do you think people don't do it? Because you just wouldn't have did that. Not only the fact, you know, somebody gonna come kill your ass, and you know, actually, it might be like that. This dummy probably would have got away with it, if he wouldn't have, whatever he's trying with the BLM, and some reason he saw, but maybe he saw, that's where I was gonna go with this. I think maybe he saw the same opportunity with BLM. He saw, if you watch this video, he said like in the 70s, he just needed something to destabilize and, to make the value of the pound, British pound, go down. He could buy a bunch of them, and, whatever, currency trading. But I think he saw the same opportunity over here, and probably in 2016, da 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 da. Shit, this is the same unrest, this going, we could drop the value, but it didn't work because everybody's like, even, yeah, and a lot of black folks, it's black celebrities, like, no, this is bullshit. There's no systemic race. There's no, ain't nobody fucking hunting us down. These motherfuckers that's talking that shit are bought and paid for. How in the fuck is this nigga a multi-millionaire, but it was systemic racism? It's like shit. It's like niggas, they wouldn't have let. They would have took you be playing basketball for free. That's what I would be saying. Just like it, the shit you think you being funny about, you just be playing for free. When they get off work or whatever from doing their slave owner shit, as if the world was like you're trying to make it, you be, yeah, they probably be shooting at, how they shoot at your feet, dance boy, you know, like one of them movies and shit. But instead, you got 150 something or $200 million, but they hunting us down in the streets. Man, get the fuck out of here. Why are you trying to mentally handicap these young boys and women, young girls? That's the fucking disgusting. Like I said, we wouldn't do that shit. Y'all puppet master told y'all this is it. We're gonna, have enough to, he probably told you he thought this plan would work because it worked before in the 70s. So he probably thinking that y'all hate America so much. Not only is he gonna, profit, he's gonna get rid of America, and this is gonna be da da da. This idiot probably literally thought it was gonna work. He just he didn't understand. You did that in Britain in the 70s to British people. Good day, sir. Exactly. They didn't have no street sense. You gotta remember, damn near everybody in America has street sense. Somebody, born in fucking Wichita, Kansas, never seen the ghetto. But because of our culture, music, local radio stations, everybody has street sense. Not, maybe not put it into action, but at least they have enough to recognize it. Motherfucker might never seen a black person, except for on TV. I'm talking about in 2020. But I ain't saying they're racist, but what I'm telling you why your shit didn't work. It worked in Britain in the 70s because they were still pompous and they, all of that type of shit was uncouth. Because George Soros, he came from poor, from the ghetto, literally the original ghetto, the Jewish ghettos. So he's but he wasn't a good type. You know how he wanted to bring everybody else. He killed his own people. So that's why he thought it would work again. Like, nope, you fucking retard. No, it's not gonna work. Everybody is street savvy now. We all know not to play 3-card money on the side of the street. And it's like, here, man, just get this dollar. But I ain't finna waste time trying to pick which, whatever. You need $1, that's cool. Just ask for $1. But you're not finna fool me into 3-card money or pick my pocket. I know this New York City, whatever. Y'all ain't slick. You from the country, you don't know nothing. Yeah, I know we carry guns down south and we don't suffer fools. So get your ass out my way. You know, before I have to flee New York back to the South. Hastily. You why you left New York? I don't know. I just ain't never going back. Don't ask no questions. There's a guy that used to play 3 card money. He ain't there no more. But what does that have? I don't know. But I'm just talking shit. I was up on it. I was having a nice visit, but this guy wouldn't let me go past. He tried to be slick, tried to sell me a watch, a gold watch, a Rolex, and shit. But like I said, so that's why his whole thing planned. I mean, failed. And it is the bill. Y'all went for that shit. He threw some money. Y'all probably thought just like he thought this is gonna work. Like he probably felt in the '70s. This is gonna work. We gonna get rid of it. It's not even racist. Y'all just really, I don't know, just mad. Get rid of all the people who made fun of you when you was growing up. That's basically what it is. Our culture. And we didn't make fun of you because you were different, or we didn't like. You probably was different because you were just lame. That's what it was. It wasn't people weren't being mean. A lot of times they probably would try. Well, maybe if you went to I don't know, but a lot of times they probably just trying to help you. Keep like don't do that. Like I said, a lot of times it was something they were trying to look out for you, and you took it the wrong way. But yeah, watch that video. I gotta watch it again too because I really didn't watch all of it. But from what I'm getting, and I'm thinking maybe they ain't illegal what he did because it was England or something, in the '70s, and in America they already had insider trading laws. But it's not insider trading because he didn't trade. He wasn't trading stocks. I think it's something similar, some kind of currency manipulation. But I'm like, fuck all that. Just like they got Al Capone for tax evasion, you can get him for funding terrorists. Duh, there's international. He attacked America. That's way worse. Fuck prison. Yeah, exactly. Osama bin Laden his ass. Where you gonna hide? SEAL Team 6. Where y'all got nicks. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. I'm gonna do y'all little stupid fists like y'all do. SEAL Team, like, not SEAL Team, but like the BLM do. All these white liberals with the fist. SEAL Team 6, y'all up next. Or some special forces or some Army Rangers or somebody. Y'all need to do the fucking A team. Exactly. Can you call the A team? Shit, get Mr. T, Hannibal, the rest of them out of retirement. Shit, but we can't get some help. Who do you call the A team? But yeah.